time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse, mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win, apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counting me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win, apply myself, I felt it in.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm excited to be here, man. I feel like I ain't been here in 3 months. It's only been like 5 days. But I got my bro, Tomo, next to me. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing good, man. My residency down here in Cabo is done. They told me I need to come back to the States. Too many teams is actually prolonging this series. And I know you all don't see Dave here, but I know you all, we never going to forget about him. You know, Joe took the day off for OTAs. Dave, they shot the lights out where he at, man, you know. So when you get back, Dave, just know these jokes still here, but we also gonna do this for you, man.
Turn me up, up.
Yes, sir. He also getting ready for his Cabo trip. He making a decision if he want to go to Cabo or if he want to go to Jamaica where I'm at. I'm in Jamaica, you know. You got a resort, you said? So you probably been there for a while.
Nah, yeah, man. Yeah. I had a residency like I was in Vegas.
Okay.
It was like every night we was just showing up. I was showing Refuse to Lose on the big jumbotron downstairs. It was,
look,
it was crazy, man.
Look, that's Dave mama right there. They talk about maybe that's what the jokes.
Hey,
that's what the
hey,
jokes. All right, y'all. Look, we got a great show for y'all today. We got Ty, my cousin Ty, coming on for the first time, making his Refuse to Lose debut. But before we get into the topics, we gotta talk about this. Make sure y'all like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the Facebook page, also follow the Twitter page, and share this video on all 3 platforms because we are streaming this episode live right now on all 3 platforms. So share it, follow, and subscribe, like I said. Also, use that comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting down throughout the show. Y'all are the show. Without the comments, the show is dry. I mean, one time we had a show and the comments weren't working and we didn't know how to act. All right. So we need y'all fuel the show. Keep them comments rolling. We're gonna put them on the screen so everybody can see them. And we will respond to the ones that actually make sense. All right. And Tomo, talk about those IG chats we have going on.
Man, to talk about the IG chats, it even brings up a better situation. But that show where we didn't have the comments, we were actually like the early 90s drafts where they really had to phone them in and somebody had to run the card down. That's what we was doing with the comments. Somebody's running the card down like, hey, read this. But if you want to read more interesting topics, I mean, the comments are interesting too. I don't want to shade it or slight anybody. I see mine in the comments too. So yeah, the comments are great. But for those who are new to the show and new to the network, hit us up on Refuse to Lose Sports on Instagram. That's Refuse 2 Lose Sports on Instagram. And with these Instagram chats, we give you all the latest news, updates, topics, transfer portals, injuries. When I say news, I mean like all news, good, bad, the ugly, everything. You get that, and we give it to you before ESPN, Bleacher Report, any sports app that you have. These chats literally give you all the updates before then and also some healthy debates. And the chats that we have to offer here at Refuse to Lose, we got NBA/WNBA. Again, shout out to the Mystics. We got the NFL, Major League Baseball. Shout out to baseball with Teddy. We got college football, college basketball, both men's and women's. We have boxing mixed in with some UFC. And if you want to get your wrestling takes off, you can get your wrestling takes off in there. But we just want to know. We just want to know what we have to offer. Hey, some people still think it's real, man. Oh, my bad. It is real. But yeah, if you want to join, just hit us up in the DM. Again, that's Refuse to Lose Sports. Refuse 2 Lose Sports on Instagram, TikTok. We're at R2L on Twitter. But just hit us up in a DM and we'll add you to those chats. You don't have to be in all, but you do have to participate. That's all we ask. Once you join, please participate and keep this engine going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And also shout out to Teddy for BWT Baseball with Teddy. Another episode has dropped. Oh, I was ready for the clap. Another episode dropped yesterday morning, and he's dropping another episode tomorrow morning, Tomo, and he has a special guest. All right, somebody that we nobody knows is not in the chat or nothing. So this person is about to be part of our community. So he's gonna be on Teddy's show. So make sure y'all check it out tomorrow morning for another episode of BWT. All your baseball content comes through that show. So if you're a baseball fan, there you go. Make sure you stay on top of that on Refuse to Lose Sports Network. And last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. So, Tomo, the first topic we got to talk about are the Denver Nuggets. All right, we're gonna do something that every other network didn't do. You know, like everybody talked about LA first. We're gonna talk about the winner first, which are the Nuggets. So before we talk about the Nuggets, right? We got a clip we're going to play for y'all real quick. Let's go ahead and go.
First off, you have to give a lot of credit and respect to the Lakers, Darvin Ham, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. They gave us a hell of a challenge today, but the guys behind me, they believe since training camp, they believe coming into tonight. We have a special group, and if you've heard all series long, Lisa, we're not satisfied. We got 4 more to go, but love this group. Let's go, Nugget Nation.
Let's get it. All right, so Tomo, Nuggets are finals bound. First time in franchise history. Give me your reaction to that.
Look, for the folks out there that don't like McDonald's, right? Recently, they brought the spicy nuggets back.
Yes.
I should have known that the Nuggets was going to go on a run when they brought the spicy nuggets back. Because usually you get some nuggets from McDonald's, they don't be that fresh, but they always got to make the fresh, spicy nuggets. And this team represents some spicy nuggets, man. They come out there, Jamal Murray upset. Y'all saying that I'm injured. I'm not the player that I used to be. Boom, I'm an average 30. Jokic, he say, I won 3 MVPs. Y'all saying I didn't deserve this one this year? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna average another triple-double, not just in the regular season. I'm gonna do it in the playoffs too. There's only one request that I really have for the NBA. Like, can we swap MVPs? Like, can we give Jokic this one this year and give Embiid his one from last year? Like, can they swap? Because to me, I got put in the doghouse by J-Mo for my take when I said that Joker was the better player, but Embiid was gonna win MVP. Am I still in the doghouse, J-Mo? I'm just saying, because we clearly can see my man is on a mission this year. No one's stopping him. They first started off with the Timberwolves 4-1. They bounced back. They say, okay, we're gonna play the Suns. That looked like it was going to be a sweep, but they let the Suns get 2 games off of them. They said no more games. When I'm playing, no more games. It was a running joke in my house. It was like no mini games, and that's what they didn't play with the Lakers. No mini games. They went out there, won 4, and told LeBron, bonjour. So Nuggets, I appreciate everything y'all did. I didn't pick y'all to win this series, but you're shutting a lot of people up, and that's why the media don't really want to talk about you, because they're wrong. And I'm not going. When I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you y'all did right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So look, I did not pick the Nuggets to make it to the Western Conference Finals. To make it to the NBA Finals. I did pick the Nuggets to win every series that they played in so far. All right, I picked them to beat I think we all picked them to beat the Timberwolves, right? We all said either sweep or 5, because we have respect for Anthony Edwards, and he showed out that one game he won. I had him winning in 6 against Phoenix. He won in 6 in great fashion. I had him winning in 5, right, against the Lakers. They won in 4. So that was a shocker to me that they swept the Lakers. But now that it's over, I'm not shocked. But if you asked me before where they sweep the Lakers, I would be like, nah, they ain't gonna sweep. Lakers gonna at least get 1 or 2 games. But what I like about this team, Tomo, is that, you know, they remind me of the San Antonio Spurs when they were winning, the Golden State Warriors when they were winning. It's the ball movement. It's a togetherness. It's a strength in numbers type deal, right? Like, you look at the Nuggets, Jamal Murray averaged 32 points in that series, but didn't win Western Conference Player basically the Magic Johnson Trophy. Jokic did, because he averaged like 27, like 16 and 11, something like that. Some crazy guys, a triple double. They had 6 players average. No, I think it was 7 players. I think averaged 12 points or more, something like that. Some crazy like that, right? Bruce Brown was a great pick. Like they had 2 major pickups, KCP and Bruce Brown. Right, KCP, NBA champion with the Lakers. You know, he had a layover with the Wizards. You know what I mean? Went to the Wizards for a while, and then
It wasn't a layover. His flight got delayed, and he was stuck in the city. That's what happened.
You know, but he got those championship intangibles. Bruce Brown, remember him last year with the Nets. He played so well in that playoff game, in that playoff series. He was probably the most consistent player. Like everybody in that series played below their means, except for Bruce Brown that series when they got swept by the Boston Celtics. He played really good. So when they added him, I'm like, wow, that's another good piece right there. So then they got Aaron Gordon from last year. But we like I think we kind of forgot about how good Aaron Gordon was with Orlando because we remember Aaron Gordon from last year without Jamal Murray. You know, like so you add Jamal Murray to the picture, it's like God, the heck, like Aaron Gordon is on 18 too. Like so they got a lot of unselfish players, and the reason why they have that because their leader is unselfish. Jokic, man, I said all the time, he's the biggest man on the floor. He can score, he can pass. And on top of that, he's probably the smartest dude on the floor. And the last but not least, Mike Malone. I give Mike Malone so much props. Early in the playoff, when we are making our prediction in the playoffs, I didn't trust the Nuggets because Mike Malone was my wild card. Because Mike Malone is a defensive guy, but yet the Nuggets struggle defensively at times throughout the year. But in this series, they were pretty good in this series. They made time. They had timely stops. The Lakers really score a lot when Jokic got in foul trouble, but Jokic really played good defensively when he didn't have foul trouble. So I got to give Mike Malone's props for creating this culture, for love on his stars. We heard a story about Jamal Murray. We know how he feels about Jokic. You know, he got something good to say about every single person. And at the same time, he's not political at all. He's going to come into the press conference and tell you how he feels. And I like that about a coach, man. So kudos to the Nuggets. First time ever going to the championship. First time ever, I think somebody averaged a triple-double throughout the whole playoffs. And he broke Jokic broke Wilt Chamberlain's triple-double record, which was 7, and he has 8 now. So shout out to the Nuggets.
I'm just saying that sounds like an MVP to me, man.
Yeah, I'm with you though, Tomo. I'm okay with swapping the MVPs because Jokic was a 6 seed last year. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, he did have some historical numbers though, but come on, we beating up Westbrook. That did the same thing.
No, don't bring up Westbrook right now, man. Yeah, I was in the NBA chat. It got ugly today.
Oh yeah, I ain't want to go. Shout out to AJ.
Man.
All right. So on to the losing team, the Lakers.
You had to say it like that.
I'm sorry, man. You know
they did lose
too. The Lakers lost, and it's a lot of talk about LeBron's legacy being affected by this loss. But before we talk about that, let's play this clip by LeBron.
It was pretty cool ride. But I don't know. You know, I think it was okay. I don't like to say it's a successful year because I don't play for anything besides winning championships at this point in my career, and I don't get a kick out of making a conference appearance. I've done it a lot. And it's not fun to me to not be able to be a part of, getting to the finals. But
this man plays Stop the Cap on the video. I'm like, is that part of the video? All right. So, does that loss affect LeBron James' legacy? No, Tom. I hope you don't say yes. If you say yes, we got to debate. Okay. No, it doesn't hurt LeBron's legacy. It doesn't. The man is number 2 overall. All right. And this, yes. If he would have won, it wasn't going to help. I mean, it would have helped his legacy. It would help his legacy, of course. But it won't move him from where he is right now. And also what happened is not going to take him to 3. But outside of that, I don't look at LeBron no differently than I did before the series. I'm not putting the series on LeBron because I never thought he was the best player on this team. I always thought it was Anthony Davis. And how I look at this is this. One thing I would be upset about LeBron is this. Why did you wait until game 4 to put on a Herculean performance? That tells me that he has something in the tank that he kept in the preserve tank, that he held back and he waited and waited, and he watched his team lose 3 games in a row in the crunch time. Like they was in every single game and they lost in the crunch time. But one thing I'm not going to kill him on is that last game, Tomo. He dropped 40 points. He had 30 in the first half, 10 in the second half. Listen to this. Jamal Murray, the game before that, had 30 in the first half. And they were only up by like 3 points. In the second half, Jamal Murray had 7 points. But guess what? Jokic had 15 in the fourth quarter. LeBron James scores 31. He like, you know what, AD? I'm going to one-up you. I'm going to score 31 in the first half and put us up by like 15 points. And what AD do in the fourth quarter?
Fall.
Sorry, not the fourth quarter, the second half. All right, because he had 10 points in the fourth quarter. In the second half, AD had 12 points. All right, come on. Like, AD got to step up. Like, if I'm AD, right? If I'm AD in the locker room, and I see LeBron had 31 points in the first half, he left the court early because he tired. I'm gonna go to LeBron and be like, hey, I got you. I got us in the second half. You did your part. Don't take off, but you did your part. I got us in the second half. And I don't think AD came with that. So I'm not gonna say it's kill LeBron legacy. All this does is, hey, the Lakers had a good run. I didn't expect the Lakers to make it to the Western Conference Finals. They exceeded my expectations. I'm not shocked, but they exceeded my expectations. I thought that this was a good year for them. Now, obviously, you're LeBron James. You want to win the championship, but I'm not going to kill that man for that. He's 38 years old. At the end of the day, he's 38. I didn't expect him to beat the Nuggets, but I didn't expect him to get swept, though. I will say that. But, yeah, the floor is yours.
I really thought you was going to say yes, man. I really thought you was going to say yes.
Oh, you did?
I did. I really did, because I'm no, you can't say it. Like, no. I also don't like the fact that everybody's using Giannis's blueprint now. It's like, no, it's not a failure. It's not a failure of the season. Like, everyone's saying it now. You notice it. I think everyone said it in their exit game. Like, this is the exit interview. Like, that's what we're gonna say. So now, if I'm calling out Joe, my last word is gonna be like, no, it's not a failure. The show goes on. Like, it's not a failure. But no, we talking about the same LeBron James, who's averaged over like 27 points in his career. It's the all-time leading scorer and counting. Because come on now, no one's going to top that because he's still playing. If he comes back next year, he's going to keep scoring, right? So no, it doesn't tarnish his legacy. But one thing it does do, it adds more fuel to the fire for those folks who have this Jordan and LeBron debate, because it's just going to add another layer right there, because they're like, Jordan never got swept doing this, and Jordan never this, and Jordan never that. You know, the diminishing debate. That should be the name of it, the diminished debate, because that's all both sides do anyway, is diminish the other. It's like, well, he didn't play against anyone, and LeBron doesn't do this, and LeBron is that. But at the end of the day, you can't see, I don't think we're ever going to see another player play to the age of 38 at the same level that they came into the league with, because he kind of dampened off a little bit. His age did show some in this playoff run, but he also did hurt his foot going into the playoffs. I think he hurt his foot, it was his foot. So that was there too. And we also never seen LeBron get hurt until like the last 3 or 4 years.
So he can't Laker.
That's true. That is a lot of stress. He should have stayed in Cleveland, right? But no, it doesn't diminish his legacy. I mean, unless he goes out there and just does something else, like joins the Warriors or try to make another super team, that might tarnish his legacy more than this, because again, like you said, AD is the best player on the court. That last game, he literally played, he dropped 31, gave you a 15-point lead, and was like, hey, take it from here. Like, I gave you all I got. Like, come on, bro, help me. Kevin Hart voice, help me. And he got what he asked for. I mean, AD isn't the player that we all really thought he was coming to LA. He was better. I don't think AD is a player that can play in the limelight. I think he needs to go somewhere. I think he needs to go back to a small market so he can get his numbers.
I mean, he bought out the first year. Yeah, well, he bought out this year for real too. It just
number-wise, but at the end of the day, when you see him
though
on the court, he's that player. Like, he is who you thought he was. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes about it.
See, like, okay, let me address like what you said. Like, you right. People are gonna, you got Jordan lovers that's gonna say, "Oh, he got sweat. I told y'all he ain't the GOAT." And then you're gonna have LeBron lovers who say something else. But NBA fans, listen up. There's not a rule that says if you think Jordan's the GOAT, you gotta hate LeBron. If you think LeBron's the GOAT, you gotta hate Jordan. That's not a rule. One of them is the best ever, and one of them is the second best ever, which I believe, and which is a fact. Jordan's the best ever, and LeBron's the second best ever. But LeBron is still number 2. We're talking about better than Magic, Larry Bird, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Shaq, Kobe, Tim Duncan. We're talking about all these guys now. There's gonna be some guys that say, "Oh, he's not better than those guys." Okay, Hakeem Olajuwon. I mean, I can name a bunch of greats he's better than. He's a great player. So he's going to do great things. So my LeBron fans, listen, every great thing LeBron does and we praise doesn't make him the GOAT. The Jordan lovers, every time LeBron doesn't win, doesn't mean he's a terrible LeBum. He's not a LeBum. Stop calling him LeBum. He's not a bum. I mean, you can't be the all-time leading scorer and be a bum. So I just want to put that out there. And by the way, Tay, I see you in the comments. You never responded to me on IG either. Ooh. Tay said he got 2 weeks to prepare for this Jordan debate, Jordan versus LeBron debate. And shout out to AJ, he's coming on too for that. I can't wait. And Tom, I got some friends coming over too.
I got 2 surprise guests for you, man.
Bring surprise, bring all of them. I got a rabbit for you. All right. So look, I'm ready. But Jordan is the GOAT. LeBron's number 2, and LeBron's still a great player at the end of the day. All right. Nah, Joe. I done told you LeBron. Come on. All right. Jordan the GOAT, LeBron the Lamb. Come on, bro. Jesus the Lamb, James. Chill out, bro.
I mean, based upon what you're saying, though, LeBron is the second coming.
Second comment.
If we want to get biblical, if we're going biblical here. But
yeah, let's not do that. Let's not call him by the Lamb. All right. All right.
That's his name. CD. Continue.
Okay. Good one. All right. So our next topic, we got to talk about the Houston Rockets. But before we do that, we got to bring up my cousin, like a brother to me, making his debut on Refuse to Lose. Got my man Ty. What's good, Ty? How you doing?
What's up?
Okay.
Can y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good to see y'all, man.
Good. What's up? Hey, Tomo, when I saw the topic, I thought about Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. Houston, Brooklyn, Philly. That's what I thought about. I don't know why.
Houston, right. Brooklyn, Philly.
So, Ty, diehard Houston Rockets fan. Every time I see this dude, he like, man, yo, he got something to say about Houston, all right? He the one that told me first that they were going to try to get Udoka or Nick Nurse. He told me that first, and they went and got Udoka. So, Ty, you hit me up. You wanted to talk about this. James Harden is reporting that he's going to sign with Houston most likely. Do you like that move or no?
Not at all. Which comes to us as a surprise to a lot of people. I've been not on the show, but in the comments arguing people down, defending James Harden and his legacy, right? Because when you talk about comparisons between Luka Doncic and, just some of the greatest shooting guards of all time, Dwayne Wade, Kobe Bryant, James Harden names comes up a lot as a great shooting guard. But I often find myself having to defend his legacy. So, like the topic says, Houston, Brooklyn, Philly, the journey for James Harden has been a long one, playoff-wise, championship-wise, just from his time being drafted by OKC and where he is now. Now, full circle moment, his return to Houston. I don't like it at all. I feel like there is on the court, it will fit. But I'm more worried about off the court and our current position in the rebuild. I don't think James Harden adds a significant value in terms of being able to lead these young guys I think we need more of a vocal leader. James Harden has never really been a vocal leader. He's been I'm going to lead by my play, right? I'm going to go out there and ball. You never really see him being vocal on any of the teams he's been on in all his years in Houston. So I think this team needs a vocal leader, which Ime will come in and be that, but we need somebody on the floor to be that. So we need that. And I think one of the most important things for me for this coming back to Houston, all of this, I feel like James Harden coming back to Houston would be on his terms. And it's like throughout his whole tenure with Houston, they gave him the keys to the organization. He was great friends with Daryl Morey the whole time, had control over the roster. He brought in who we wanted to bring in. He got rid of coaches. Kevin McHale, one of my favorite coaches, he got him out of there for D'Antoni, and D'Antoni gave him the keys to the offense for years, led him, to number one offense in the league a couple of years as far as points per game. So James Harden has had the keys to the Houston Rockets for years. So then when you look at how he left, this team ain't good enough to compete. He showed up to camp his last season out of shape. He got back in shape, and I think he dropped like 40 when everybody was talking shit, saying that he wasn't in shape. So he dropped. But the way he left, and so now I feel like he wants to come back, and reports he won a $200 million 4-year contract. And you want to come back on your terms to the place that you stormed out of. And so that's my feelings around it. I don't think that he would be a great fit off the court for these young guys. And I don't like that he feels that he can just go back to Houston. And they say it's reports that he's leveraging the Rockets' return to try to get a bigger contract somewhere else. So don't use us as bait. You know what I mean? And say, well, they'll give me a max, so y'all need to give me the max. You know what I mean? That means you don't really want to come back. You're using us as leverage. And I got to mention my young boys. So we got Ime, great coach. You see what he did in Boston. He took them from a good team, great team, but he had them competing against the Warriors in the championship. Nothing needs to be said about what he did. Now, it's a reason why he chose to come to the Houston Rockets. Jalen Green, Kevin Porter Jr., Jabari Smith, Sengun, Tari Eason, Kenya Martin Jr. All of these guys is nice in their own right. So he got talent there. And I just want to, we got to talk statistics sometimes. So where did the Rockets rank last year? I bet you won't know this, Joe. You might. You might. Y'all might. What did the Rockets lead in the top 5? We didn't lead, but we finished in the top 5.
Okay. You asked me? Oh.
Rebounds per game. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
We finished number 4 in rebounds per game.
Oh,
right? That's a decent stat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But that's the thing. In the places where it matters, we finished last in the league. Defense, offensive ranking. But we finished fourth in rebounding. And what's this other one? Let me see. 4th in points per game. Points in the paint per game.
Okay.
So we got some good guys, good highlights. We young, we run. I think Ime will have him fast forward, running that fast break out on the break. And then he going to give us what we need in terms of defense. You know what I'm saying? We need defense. We finished 28 in points allowed per game last year. That's terrible. So we need defense. And I think, for me, it's the value. What does he bring that I want to pull this comparison up too, because I've been preparing. So he wants a $200 million contract for 4 years. Now, if he come in, he will be playing the point guard. Kevin Porter Jr. is our current point guard. Now, I'm not in no way, shape, or form comparing Kevin Porter Jr. to James Harden. but strictly at a point guard position and what they do right now. Here's their numbers. James Harden last year, 21 points per game, 6.1 rebounds per game, 10.7 assists, 41.1 field goal percentage, 38% from three-point percent. All right. Kevin Porter Jr., 19.2 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 5.7 assists per game, 44.2% in field goal. He actually shoot better from the field goal than James Harden. And 36.6 per game. So only 0.2 or 2 points off from his three-point percentage. So we get Harden. How much is he an improvement for the money? Strictly financial-wise, how much of an improvement for the money is he over Kevin Porter Jr. right now?
When you bring money into it, nah, you better off where you at. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It don't make sense for us right now. And then a last thing that I want to say. We got Ime Udoka. We got the number 4 pick. We got $60 million in cap space. We got draft picks to trade. Okay. And we have young players to trade. I feel like as long as they keep, these are my favorite 3. Sengun, Jalen Green, Jabari Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is up for grabs. It depending if the right deal comes for me. Mm-hmm. So with all of that being said, with Ime Udoka as a good coach and they sign somebody, they draft whoever they're going to draft, we might make the play-in game. We might make the 7 or 8 seed.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if we go out and sign James Harden for $200 million, where do you think we would fall in the seed and in the West?
I think, okay, how about this? If y'all got James Harden, he could win y'all some games. I think y'all could be a playoff team, but y'all not going nowhere. Like y'all won't go nowhere. And it was like you said, it's done y'all growth for what? Just to be relevant temporarily?
Where would we fall? What would y'all give us if y'all had to name a ranking for us next year with James Harden, with the young guys? And Ime Udoka?
What James Harden get, man?
Yeah, I would say if you get a motivated James Harden, I would say at least fighting for a play-in spot, at least
a play-in. Yeah, so we're gonna sign 200 just to get to the play-in.
Yeah, so
I can't tell you. I'm a Wizards fan, so I would say yeah.
And I know you saw news from the Wizards too, Tomo. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that, though.
We might as well stay where we at, man. This point in the rebuild. Stay where we at. Let James Harden figure out whatever he's going to figure out at this point in his career. Stay where we at. And we're going to end up, y'all said 7 or 8 or the play-in. I was saying with James Harden, with a young team and we might could finish maybe 6, 7. I see that. Maybe, depending on what James Harden you get. But still.
For what, though?
That's not – we might as well continue where we at. They talking about we might get Jaylen Brown. I love it. Bring Jaylen Brown in with his old coach. You never know. Marcus Smart might say, man, I'm out of here. Come. We could trade and get some guys. I feel like you could build around the core of Jaylen Brown and the young guys that we got now and win some games, make the playoffs, and that'll make other guys come to you. Come on down to Houston. No state tax. So it's always an attractive spot for free agents. So we'll see, man. I just had to come on here and we are a Houston Rockets fan lifelong, and we are renouncing James Harden. We do not want him back in Houston.
Man.
Go back to Brooklyn. Go back, stay in Philly. We don't want you back in Houston, man. Sorry. I appreciate it. But that's the thing. I got to come on here and I really got to say, y'all know, I appreciate all the years, 9 years he was in Houston. I think his career points per game, his best season with Houston. How many? I think he averaged 28.
35, 36, like that. Remember, you're like 36 one year, 35.
I got it as 1920, but he said 29.6. But you might be right.
You talking about points per game, right?
Yeah, points per game.
Yeah, he averaged like 35 one year with y'all.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not taking away from what the man can bring to the table. I just think right now, at this point in time, it's not a good fit for the organization. And I don't want him. I'm a Houston Rockets fan first. So I don't want him tarnishing what we doing. We in the rebuild, second phase. Let him go. Just let the young boys go. That's all.
Yeah, in a 3-year span, he averaged 34, 36, 30.
Yeah, nah, he went
Yeah.
off. I see
But
why he
go ahead,
want to go
Tomo.
back. I see why he want to go back. Man, listening to how you talk about James Harden is how I hear some of my Wizards fans talk about John Wall and the potential of him coming back. And like, nah, bro, we good. But his fans is like, we need a point guard. See, your situation in Houston is better because you actually have a foundation and you have I want to say, proven head coach because he literally took a young core to the finals and they went, I won't say toe for toe, but the turnovers did kill the Celtics in that finals run. But Ime, he has something about how he just connects with a team, and I believe he could do that with the Rockets. That also makes me want to change my mind because I was one of the people that said James Harden can go back to Houston, and it will probably work. But now that I think about how Ime has such a feel for the locker room, and James Harden coming in that locker room and being back in Houston, just being a man, if he doesn't have an ego, I think it can work. But we've seen James Harden, and that ego is going to come out at some point, and it's going to mess up everything. But the future's bright. I also don't like the fact that he's trying to use you all like Houston is his Angie Valdez, and he's Ghost, and he's like, look, I'm trying to get back, so he leveraging that relationship to be like, look, I need my girl at home to act better, so I'm gonna show you what my high school sweetheart showing me. But the rest of the league, like, we don't care. Go ahead. We don't want to pay you. So James, I don't know. Like we said, we couldn't find a perfect fit. I said the Timberwolves. That's the only place I think he could actually go somewhere and make
He
something
gonna
happen.
stunt. He gonna stunt Ash Groves. It's like because his style of play. Because this is what he said. I need to be me again. Like he pulled a Westbrook. Like I need to go be me again. When he said, shout out to J-Mo, I don't want to take his credit. When he said Philly is where I wanted to be at the first place, when he first got to Philly. Remember that? I always wanted to be in Philly anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is like for James Harden, it's a good move. For all the reasons you said he want to go for. Because y'all have a good team for his play style, I believe. But it won't help y'all at all. Y'all not winning the championship. No matter who y'all, if James Harden your best player, you're not winning the championship. Not winning the championship. And on top of that, y'all got to spend $200 million on them. And y'all wasting 4 years of Udoka's coaching and Jalen Green's growth. Like, you was naming your players, right? Ty.
Mm-hmm.
These are the old. These are all right. DJ Augustine, 35. He not gonna be the next year probably.
No.
Boban, 34. We're not gonna count him. Frank
Didn't even play
Kaminsky,
him.
yeah. Frank Kaminsky, 30 years old. Let's not count him. Willie Collinstein just came from the Sharks, 29 years old. We're not gonna count him either. Y'all real roster. Everybody like Jay Sean Tate. He 27. He got oldest player. And then everybody else is 24. Kevin Porter is 23. Kean Martin Jr. is 22. Easton, like you said, is 22. I mean, Jalen Green, 21. Everybody's young. St. Gould is 20. Like, why would you even mess that up? If anything, take a year off, development still, and then bounce back next year. But y'all got $60 million cap space. Use something better.
There's so much better ways to spend that money. That's all I'm saying. Me, I'm a businessman. I try to be. So that does not make fiscal sense. That does not make good financial sense at all.
Okay.
To pay James Harden $200 million when you could spend that. Look at the free. I don't have it pulled up, but if you look at the free agents that's available, why would you spend that money on James Harden?
Hey, hold on, J-Mo. J-Mo said Rockets will be crazy to sign him for $200 million. They gonna bring I came back to.
Come on, man. They wild, man. Free agent this year, you got Chris Middleton, Kyrie, Porzingis, D'Lo, Kevin Love,
Kuzma.
Vucevic, Draymond, Fran VanVleet, Barnes, Jeremy Grant, Karis LeVert, Gary Trent Jr. You know, it's Malik Beasley, Christian Wood, Brooke Lopez, Kyle Kuzma, like you said, Jordan Clarkson, Josh Hart. It's a lot of Kelly Oubre Jr. It's a lot of good pieces I can just add in there.
I want to add, right, defense. You know me, I'm a big defense guy, which is why I love the Houston Rockets and James Harden. But for too long, we was an offensive-minded and offensive-centric team. Under D'Antoni, that's all he cared about. Outscore, run and gun, fast break. What was it? 10 seconds or less offense, or 7 seconds or less offense.
Yep.
So
D'Antoni.
I want to finally see if we can get some defensive-minded players. For that same money, we need to sign perimeter defense, and we need a rim protector. You put that with the core that we got, veterans, mind you, veteran perimeter defense, veteran rim protection, and we need a knockdown shooter. Nobody, I don't know the stats, but we finished next to last in the league in 3-point percentage. So we need shooters, 3-and-D, rim perimeter defense, and rim protection. And you can spend that, you can get that in free agency. But you're gonna sign James Harden for $200 million, and then what?
Yeah, it's not right.
So
it's not right.
Well, I will say this though. The funds in the state will go up. I mean, in the city gonna go up if James Harden signed for 200, because you know what's gonna happen. You already know.
He gonna have all them young boys spending all their good money.
You know
he gonna make them go broke. The young boys that ain't had that NBA counseling for their money yet, he gonna have them broke. Trying to keep up with him.
All right, Ty, appreciate you for coming on. Before you hop off, let's get some last words. You could, we talk about your team the whole time. Knowing people give a shout out to something, their team or anybody. So they get some last words before you hop off. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm here, Ravens fan too.
Yes, sir. I got to get back on here for when the football season starts. I'm happy we got Lamar. We kept him back. I love it.
I don't have no real beef with the Ravens. It's just the AFC North thinking they better than the NFC East. That's it.
We are. I heard from
okay, man. Go ahead get your last words off, man. Look, they showing up in the comments now.
Look, my shout out is to y'all, man. We Joe talked about this for the longest time and had the dream and the vision of having a platform. These are the conversations that we had as kids, teenagers growing up in barbershops, basement, at the court. Mm-hmm. We just had them. So for Joe and Tomo, for y'all, and the rest of everybody else that's involved, to be able to have a platform where we can have these conversations. So that's my shout out to y'all for having me on the show and having a platform where we can talk about, you know what I mean? And talk. I tune in. It's hilarious. The show is hilarious. All the guests, it's a great show, great platform. And so, and my last shout out is to, I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all see my background?
That's T-Mac.
Yes, sir. My favorite player. So I had to throw that up there. That's my man, 100 grand. So I'll see y'all again. Thank y'all for having me.
Appreciate the words, Ty. We're going to add you to the RTL chat. All right, so you can be with everybody else. All right, everybody.
All right,
you see the whole AFC North was like, get them in the chat now.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, Ty. Appreciate you, man. And then anytime, let us know. You back on.
All right, bet.
All right, stay safe. Let's get it, man. That was good. All right, Tomo. Now I go to Dave's team. The reason why he's really not on this plan. That's not why you're not on, y'all. That's not why y'all. You got family matters. All right, so Ravens still suck. My man, Mark. All right.
Somebody had to hold this down, right?
I know, right? I know. So, all right. So look, y'all. Boston came in Miami and stayed alive. Tomo, stayed alive. We always, we gotta find somebody to blame. So before we blame somebody, we got this clip for y'all real quick.
Jimmy, it's only one loss, obviously, but is there any concern on your part that this could start to build momentum on the Boston side of things?
No. If anything, it'll build momentum for us, knowing that we have to play with a lot more energy. And, we got to play like our backs are against the wall. But I think all year long we've been better and rare to do things the hard way.
Tomo, I know you. That was a crazy answer, right? Why? Who was the biggest reason why? What was the biggest reason why Miami lost that game and didn't close it out?
Man, you see the title, man. They had to find some inspiration. That's what it was. It's like, man, it's been too easy for Miami for some reason. They felt like it was too easy. Also, the last game, Celtics really just packed it up. They literally just packed it up. They didn't even try to come back after Miami got that lead. And then some people woke up, man. You know, first things first, I want to say shout out to the Toon Squad, you know, for winning that game against the Monstars. They gave the Celtics their powers back. You know, Jason Tatum with an elimination game, you want to come out there and drop 30 all of a sudden. You want to look like a player. And my rants, I can't keep coming on here enough, man, talking about the inconsistency, the ups and downs, the highs, the lows. And they showed up. They was like, man, look, if we're going to go out, we're not going to go out without a fight at least. And that's what happened last night. And part of me also thinks just a little bit how petty Jimmy Butler is. He's like, I don't want to close out in Miami. I want to close out in Boston. I want to hold the championship up on your court. And he might do the timeout again. You never know. But yeah, I think it was just more so Miami was just playing with their food when they're not known for doing that, and they're gonna bounce back. Also, whoever is Jimmy's fashion, whoever his stylist is, that's the biggest reason they lost. Did you see that outfit? What's going on, man?
All right, look. So look, I'm not blaming nobody on Miami Heat on why they lost. They lost because the Celtics are just a better team. They are better than Miami Heat. Point blank.
Last night?
Point blank. Huh?
Only last night.
Period. They're a better team. They're a better team. Now, Miami has been winning because Miami has been showing more fight. Miami been more physical. Miami is better coach. But you look at the rosters, Boston is better. If I get Miami's best and Boston's best, Boston wiping the floor of Miami.
Stop the cap.
I'm serious. If I get Butler's best, and if I get Butler at his best, Tatum at his best, give me Tatum. All right? But the problem is the inconsistency of Tatum. Tatum almost tried to get the game away. Tatum was timid once again, throughout this game. But everybody else in that roster showed up. Everybody else was playing hard, except for Tatum. Not saying playing hard, but looking like Tatum was looking like he wasn't relaxed yet. And then once Tatum got that first three hit, came down, pulled the second three, it was a wrap. I knew it was over. I even put in the chat and said, it's over, Teddy. Tatum, no, I know these Celtics. I'm like, Teddy's over. Tatum is comfortable. When Tatum plays well, Tomo, the Celtics normally win.
That's
and
true.
when they lose, you can look at the game and be like, man, Tatum ain't show up. That's what happens most of the time. That's how good they are. It's normally led by Tatum. So they've been shooting terrible from three the whole series for real. They shot 40% yesterday. And the big reason for that is because their defense. You know, yesterday they had 10 turnovers. Miami yesterday had 15. Miami was taking care of the ball throughout the whole series. But in the second half, I didn't look at the second half numbers, but most of these turnovers definitely came in the second half. When Miami made their little runs, Boston never panicked. Boston stayed the course. They kept moving the ball around. They weren't taking quick shots down the court. They did it a few times, Jaylen Brown. But with ball movement, like Mazzulla keep telling them, move the ball, drive and kick, find an open man, they're going to be good. Grant Williams, everybody mad about what he did at Butler. I understand. I like Grant Williams because he brings physicality to the game.
Right.
And Grant Williams is never rattled for real. Like, he never rattled unless you put him at the free throw line down by one, and he's going to say he's going to make both of them. That's the only time he might be rattled. But outside of that, Grant Williams is not rattled. He's going to be here. And he showed that poise yesterday. All right? So, shout out to him. Another thing, Tomo, Caleb Martin. This dude playing unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like I said, I don't have the halftime stats or that stuff. Caleb, there you go. Look, they're gonna say that he having all right. Caleb Martin. I don't know how much he had in the first half, but he had a lot of points in the first half. And then in the second half, he disappeared. Bam also didn't play well yesterday either. So I think the Celtics, man. I mean, we're gonna get to that, but they just better than Miami. Miami. I mean, I'm not gonna look at nobody and be like they didn't play well. This Boston just turned out the heat, and they won the game. That's why they won.
See, we agree there, and the whole league knows this, and I think Miami knows this as well.
Mm-hmm.
But like we said, it's that will you show up every night? The fact that a team falls into the same category as these players, Anthony Davis, James Harden, Embiid, like teams shouldn't fall into these under that same umbrella. Leave it to the players, and it's just upsetting.
Wow, that's a good point.
when you
just said,
yeah, when you see a team with this much potential just go inconsistent on a night in and maybe every other night basis, it makes you want to come on the show and start talking like Teddy, man. Boston, man, gosh, these guys. And
it's
then
Tatum, man.
But he has help. So I don't know if we said this on the show or maybe if this was said in the NBA chat where they were like, when Boston wins and Jaylen Brown has a good game, it's like, they like, Jaylen Brown, he could do it without Tatum. He can do this. But when they lose and Jaylen Brown don't show up, no one is on his back. They're more like, man, well, Tatum got to show up. Tatum got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
No, if we're both the face of this franchise, more so Tatum being he has a step up. But if we're both the face of this franchise, if I'm having a bad night, help me out. That's why Denver's looking so good. Joker wasn't going off when Murray dropped 30 in the first half, and then he tapered off in the second. Who picked it up? Joker, and it's a slinky. It goes back and forth. If I'm off, then you do that. Then you handle that. But for some reason, it's like, oh, well, you're not playing good. I'm not gonna play good. What?
Even yesterday, Brown had 17 points, but he was 7 for 16. That's not bad, but it's not great either. But I get you.
1 from 5 from 3. Like,
1 from 5 from 3. Yeah, but how many turnovers? Yeah, he only had 1 turnover. But Tatum had 33. Tatum got hot in that second half, man. He just started turning it up. And he had 7 assists. They was moving the ball really good. Jaylen Brown had 4 assists. But Marcus Smart been terrible. Marcus Smart been terrible this whole playoff series. But once that defense got ignited, it ignited Marcus Smart because he's a defensive guy. And that's how you know this man hitting threes. My man was 3 from 9 from three-point line. He had 3 threes in a row, I think. So, everything about defense, but I'm 100% with you with Brown. Brown needs to be held more accountable. He wants to get a super max like he's a superstar. Well, you got to be held accountable like a superstar. He got to show up too because he been no show this whole series too. And he could have played better yesterday, I thought. But I thought his aggression was there though early on. I didn't see the aggression from Tatum. That's my thing with Tatum. Tatum, like Brown be aggressive. He just, see, when Brown is off, it's a difference from when Tatum is off. Tatum is just not being aggressive. I'm okay with you going 1 for 15 if you're being aggressive, but now you're not taking a field goal in the fourth quarter.
That's true.
That's what my thing is with him. But look, Kevin said Marcus Smart had 15 carries for 65 yards.
Yeah. All
right. Let's go to our next topic. It go hand in hand with what we already talking about. All right. So let's play this video before we go to our next topic. Is that me? Oh, what's going on?
You said earlier today, don't let us win tonight. That was your mentality. What did you want to take from this and spin forward?
We want to come back to Miami. So if that happens, I feel like we will feel good about ourselves. So the next one should be fun. It should be a big one, and we got to come ready to play.
Tomo. Can the Celtics come back down being 0-3? Yes, man. I'm not calling it, Tomo. But if it's a team to do it, it's this one. Normally, Tomo, when somebody is down 3-0, the other team is better. Sorry. Like Denver. I look at Denver and the Lakers. When the Lakers went down 0-3 and every game was close, I'm like, they're not winning because Denver is just better. Miami, I don't think it's better than Boston, but it's up to Boston. Like you said, they're too inconsistent. If I'm Boston, I'm like, we're the better team. If Miami could win 3 in a row, we could win 4 in a row. Like if I'm Boston, this is exactly how I'm thinking right now. And in the next 3 games, we play 2 of them at home. So they got to play 2 games at home and 1 game on the road. I think they could do it. Now, I'm not putting no money on nothing. I'm not putting parlay or nothing. I might put $1 parlay in there. I don't know. But I'm not putting no money up or nothing like that for them to come back down 3. But yes, I think they could do it. I really think they could do it.
First of all, yo, these kids, can we just go back to wearing normal clothes?
No, time out. My bad. I meant to mention this. You realize saw what Tatum had on, right?
Yeah.
They both like mechanics. They came to work today. They came to work yesterday. That was a thing. That had to been a thing. They both looked like they went under the hood. They had to get down and dirty for that game. And that's what happened.
Nah.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about Charles Barkley when he was like, does that say Bahamas?
That was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. That was hilarious.
Oh, man. Jaylen Brown looking like he dressed like Dave Chappelle when he was like jokes and jokes. Like, but can they come back? There's a chance. You know, there's always a shot. I can get a scratch off. You know, maybe I can hit for $1 million. I can buy 2 scratch offs and maybe I can get $2 million. What are the odds of that? What are the odds of getting struck by lightning twice? I'm just saying, Joe. History says, can the Boston Celtics do it? Probably. But history is not on their side. When a team goes down 0-3, the record is 0-150. Maybe 151. I think it's 151.
Not 150. Now the Lakers
150. Okay. Wow. See what I'm saying? It don't help the LeBron debate. You see what I'm saying? Look, you breaking history again, man. It don't help. But the Celtics are, they are the better team. They got it. If they stop the inconsistencies, I can keep saying that. But now I sound like I'm in a relationship with the Boston Celtics because I keep asking for stuff that I know I'm not going to get. You know, it's like, you know what you're getting out of this. But they haven't lost 4 games in a row all year. So it was bound for them to win 1 game. So this can reset it and they can go on a win streak. Or they can reset it and lose the next game. And now they don't even have to worry about losing 4 games all season because now you're done, son. So can they do it? I'll say maybe. But I don't believe in them. Like you said, I'm not putting money on them. I might put a 50-cent parlay on it, but I'm not doing $1. Yeah, nah. Quarter water, maybe.
Come on, Boston. I got a jersey on the line, Boston.
I know. The streets been talking about that jersey too.
They went down. How you go down 0-3? Come on, man.
Now, if they do this, Dave, you can take another week off.
Take a month off. Come back when the 49ers had their opening game.
Man.
Like, Tomo, that would be the worst. Come on now. You were killing this team all year. They won you over. You pushed them up to the mountain and they just dropped. Celtics, 3 more games. Do it for me.
The color purple coming back out in December. Dave might come on here and pull one of those moves till you do right by me.
I'm not gonna disown Miami.
Man,
he gonna rip that shirt J-Mo got on.
It ain't enough room in the doghouse. It ain't enough yard. It might become the dog pound at that point if they lose this series. Like, it's over.
All right, let's go. Let's wrap this up. All right, y'all. So the dog pound. All right. Oh, you gave me an idea. Come back 3-0, please. Come back.
Uh-oh.
Come back, please. Come back. Come on, boss. Do it for me. All right. Like this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow the Facebook page. Follow the Twitter page. Share the video because it's streaming on all 3 platforms. Share it on all 3 platforms, y'all. Get it out to people. Appreciate y'all for using our comment section. We can see all the comments y'all using throughout the show. We appreciate it. Y'all are the show.
You definitely are the show. You definitely got like the comments up. I think, my man, it was a blip in the production. But
I'm here, man. All right, Tom, well, kick it to you, man. Go ahead and talk about those IG chats.
Hey, man, them IG chats, man, you never know what's going to happen. You literally said how the doghouse may become the dog pound. You could be the first person to see this actually happen live. Another thing that's also happened when in these chats is we've seen a first fan trade. A fan has gotten traded to another team and now he's bounced back, but we've seen a fan get traded from the Baltimore Ravens to the Eagles and now he's trying to come back home. Matter of fact, I think this fan may be pulling a James Harden, but that's neither here nor there. Join the chats to learn more about that story. And these chats again, they're on Instagram. They're at Refuse to Lose Sports. Refuse the number 2 lose sports. Yo, see what I'm saying? J-Mo with the comment saying, you the dog. Now that's true. That's true. But that's funny. All right. Production gotta be serious. Again, these Instagram chats, they include the NBA/WNBA, NFL. We got Major League Baseball. Again, shout out to Baseball with Teddy. He's knocking these episodes out left and right, man. Again, another great addition to the network. We got college football, college basketball, both men's and women's. We have boxing. Again, it's mixed in with a little UFC. And again, if some people want to talk about wrestling, you can. We don't discriminate, but we may just overlook that comment. Again, if you want to be a part of these conversations and a part of these jokes with the latest news, updates, everything, man, like literally everything, join these chats at Refuse to Lose Sports. Let's go, Joe.
Yes, sir. And once again, shout out to Teddy. Anything baseball related runs through BWT, hosted by Teddy. Baseball with Teddy. Another episode is dropping tomorrow morning. He gonna have a guest on there with them, so make sure y'all tune in. Right, it will drop at 7 a.m. All right, so if you want to hear Teddy, you got episode drop. It's gonna be at 7 a.m. All right, just keep it's like that. 7 a.m. It's not gonna be live. It's gonna be already uploaded on Facebook and YouTube. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get our last words in quickly, man. Listen, Tomo, where is that? It's over there. Tomo, I'm hearing a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff. Rookie running back. Eric Bieniemy, man, wake your way up, man. Eric Bieniemy going crazy in practice right now. Going crazy. Energy all different. Culture change. Tomo, I can't wait to be talking about football, but it's basketball season right now. We're going to talk about football later, but that's all I got. My last words. Shout out to the Commanders.
Man, look, we could talk about football all we want, but you know the season's coming up. But I just want to say we had some breaking news in the middle of the show. The Wizards have found their general manager, Michael Winger. It's just then the Wizards may not mess up this draft by getting a GM from the Clippers. They stole him from the Clippers, so now we're going to see what the future has in store. He's going to be taking over for the G League. He's going to be the GM for the Wizards, the Mystics, and the G League team. So we're going to see what happens there. You can't really mess up the Mystics. Don't mess up a good thing. They got something there. Maybe if you take that formula and bring it over to Washington to the Wizards, we may have something. Also, Paul George may be coming over. I mean, anytime you got ties with a GM, you may get a coach. Ty Lue. I'm just saying, man, Wizards fans, this may be something good. Again, it's broke while we were on the show, so I don't have too much, but I am excited right now.
Yeah, man. I saw that. I was excited for you. So we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. That's all we have for y'all today. And we'll see y'all next episode. Peace. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.